Hello, welcome back. I hope you had a nice weekend. Something very crazy happened with PayPal, and I wanted to make a video. It's a little bit late here, but it has to be done. Now, PayPal was a company that I was considering to add in my latest portfolio, the video that I made some time ago. I will link to that at the end of this video in case you are interested. But I was thinking about PayPal and I'm actually still thinking about it. But the thing is, something happened today that was super extraordinary and I wanted to talk about it. Now, you may have heard PayPal originally created a new policy that would let PayPal actually fine their users $2,500 for spreading misinformation, the plague of our couple of last years, I suppose. Now, the misinformation thing has become a cult pretty much among the COVID season, or the COVID period, I should say. And PayPal may have been looking to capitalize on that. Now, the thing is, just because you have something under your terms of service doesn't mean it's legal. So you cannot just be stealing money out of people because you claim something is misinformation. So what if it's misinformation? Like, what does that even mean? Why would you be getting money out of people? And as you can understand, this has led to an insane amount of backlash here. And PayPal actually had to take this back. So I'm making this video to kind of take you through the story and what is happening right now. We don't have a after hours, or I should say a pre-market uh, price for PayPal right now because obviously pre-market hasn't opened yet. But I think that there's going to be some decline tomorrow, potentially even some pretty important decline, because that was a big mistake that PayPal made over there. Now, what happened? Let's take a little bit of a look. They had a new policy that would permit the company to fine users $2,500 for spreading misinformation. And there has been a stir on social media platforms, as you'll see here. This was supposed to be happening after November 3rd. And if they went through with that, I would have no doubt that the company would have massive troubles. There would be legal troubles, first of all, because everybody would sue them, obviously. But other than that, I'm pretty sure a lot of people would be closing their accounts. And frankly, I'm thinking about it myself. I do have an account that I never really use, but I think that it may be time to actually close it. I don't like these kinds of rules or changes in terms of service. I think they are very low for a company, and frankly, they're actually illegal. I'm pretty sure about that too. Now, what happened there is you can kind of see that there has been an insane backlash, so understandably, like you will see, close your PayPal account. This new policy allows them to deduct $2,500 from your account for misinformation. Whatever they define as misinformation, that's another big thing. And the problem is if they get $2,500 out of your account for no reason, basically confiscate them, you would need to pay more. You need to pay a lawyer more in order to be getting that money back. And so I don't understand it. This would be actually fraud if it went through, and it's absolutely insane. And you will see that theft is some other pretty much remarks being made here, which do make sense if this would go through here. And who decides what misinformation is? Obviously, why PayPal, of course. There have been some issues with PayPal. We know that PayPal has had some troubled people in the past, and they have had some troubled situations as well. But this kind of potential thing here, I'm really seeing that a lot of people could potentially close their accounts, as I said earlier, and basically refrain from using PayPal for, understandably. Now, on October 8th, that is pretty much yesterday, a PayPal spokesperson explained to the National Review that the user policy notice shared widely on Twitter and publications was a mistake. So they seem to be trying to correct the insane error that they made there. Now, I don't think that was a mistake. I think they meant to do that, and they kind of wanted to gauge what the social media would say about this one. But they should have been way more cautious about this one. And now, what is important about this one? Now, if we take a look at PayPal, PayPal has been going down quite significantly lately. And you can take it back to the 3 months and you will see that it has gone down even more. And frankly, during this kind of backlash right now, I wouldn't be surprised if it reaches the previous levels eventually. Now, if we take it back 6 months, you will see that the company stock price has been falling off a cliff. It's about 70% actually down from its 1 year high, which is insane. If you take it back 5 years, you can kind of see it more clearly here in our tool. And the thing is, you will see that the company's P ratio is still rather high. It was lower at some point, but still rather high, even at 46. a price to free cash flow that is significantly better here, and the company has been buying back a few shares. They have been growing very nicely, so it would be a nice company to add to a portfolio as long as it's cheap, and it hasn't been cheap. Now, if you take it again back to like 2022, over here it was about like 70 bucks, 72 bucks or something of that sort. If we take a look at our stock evaluation tool, we can potentially decide on a better price to buy the stock, or what the actual price to buy would be. Now, again, we're expecting a decline. I would think so. Like, I would think tomorrow there's going to be a significant decline. I could be wrong, of course, but I do expect it to be at least 5% decline for PayPal tomorrow. We'll see, of course. Now, if we take it to our revenue growth here, the company has been achieving in about 18% pretty much every year. And we're going to go lower because in this current situation, all of the businesses are going to be having some trouble. So I'm going to go 6, 8, and 10 here. And the net income margins, again, the company has been having similar margins, 15, 16, 17, not even 17, a little bit less. So I'm going to go 14, 15, and 16 here. Now, this is a business that I love over here. These kinds of numbers, I love them because they're very consistent. Even the growth is consistent, which is absolutely amazing. Take a look at these growth numbers, almost the same every year. I love to see that. It's predictable, and I love predictable when I'm buying businesses. And free cash flow margin is about the same, very, very predictable here. And it's typically more than 100. So let's go 100, 110, and 120. Annual return of 13%, the typical one that we ask for. So what is the price that we get for this one? And you will see that our high estimates are the only ones that are actually sitting pretty close to the current price, being 90 bucks. So I would want it to be lower here in order to think about buying. But the thing is, amidst this kind of thing that happened in past couple of days or so, now we may be getting a little bit of a better price action here. So we may be getting a lower price. So I wouldn't be, as I mentioned, I wouldn't be surprised if the company loses a lot of its value in the upcoming days. In fact, I would potentially even hope about it, because if that happens, then I could be buying at where I would want it to be, near maybe 60 bucks or something of that sort, 60, 65, because this is still a pretty awesome business, and things tend to get forgotten after a while. Like, obviously, this is a massive mistake. The company should never have done that. This is an absolutely bankers kind of mistake. Like, who does that? And I think it's going to cost the company for a while. Again, it is going to probably be a short-term thing, I would think. But this could potentially give us a better entry point. So I will be on this one. If it goes lower, I will be potentially be making another video when it reaches maybe 70. If that happens, if it reaches 70 bucks, then it may be a fantastic buy, actually, again, for the long term. Now, I heard what they did there. I right now I would myself consider actually even closing an account. But the thing is, and as an investor, you want to be making money. And if this gives you a better entry point, and obviously this will be forgotten after some time, I don't see the reason why not to get this one again if it falls a little bit, because I don't like it where it is right now. I would want it to be cheaper. But that's what I wanted to talk about. Just make a quick video about this one, because when I read it, I'm like, what the heck is going on here? So do tell me what you think about PayPal. Do you think that's super low? Do you think that's something to be expected, potentially to be seen in other businesses, other well-known companies as well? This is scary, frankly. So I really, really would want to hear your opinion about this one. Let me know with a comment below, guys. What do you think? Are we in for some surprises from even bigger companies? Tell me below. And remember to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow with more videos. I'm planning to do quite a few tomorrow, actually. So I'll see you soon. Bye-bye for now.